Hey everybody, how's it going? It is Matt and it is Terrifying Tuesday. Yes, 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 folks. Tuesday is already upon us. First and foremost, I do hope each and every one of you are having a great morning, evening, dawn, day, or dusk, all that lovely stuff because life's too short as is. Please do like, share, and subscribe because I love seeing each and every one of your faces, both new and old. And for anybody new and old, please do look in the description box for more information on the daily film, such as your brief synopsis, your starring cast, the director, the runtime of the cut I am watching, along with some trivia and a link for either a trailer or a scene in the movie. So I put a lot of information in there, not a lot, but a little extra information in there, just in case if you want a little bit bigger of a taste of the movie to decide or gauge if you would like to watch it or not. You know, one of those kind of ordeals. If my opinion isn't enough as is. Anyways, now this one came out back in 1982, and this is none other than The Slayer. Yes, this is the one from Arrow Video. This is the best release of this out there. It is definitely the definitive release that exists for this film. I know this one's had some weird cuts along the way. I don't understand why. I know a lot of people have only seen the second half of the film because the first half was lopped off and cut off for making it a double feature with other films. But I most notably know it double featuring with Scalps, which is a very interesting movie to double team it with because they really have nothing to do with each other than they're both slashers, kind of. And that's about it. But anyways, this one, like I said, it came from Arrow Video. It's got a ton of stuff on here. It's got a nice 55-minute long making of documentary, I believe is what is on there. And then there's a revisiting of the island, and then there's also a really cool feature where they the abandoned theater that is in this movie has actually been completely, it was purchased and it has been completely gutted and renovated, and it now looks just amazing. It is a beautiful theater where they both do performing arts and they do run films in there from time to time, and they did do a screener of this there, and it I guess it had a really good turnout, which is nice. You know, it's an okay movie. It's one of the UK Video Nasty BBFC's 72 of the films that were prosecuted. I believe this one was Section 1, if memory serves me correct. All week I'm going to be trying to do nothing but Video Nasties. I got most of the week already planned out. I just need to figure out one more day in there. But other than that, we're pretty locked. But it's going to be a fun week. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be a little different doing some of the Video Nasties. I'm going to try not to do the ones that everybody else does. I started off with Evil Speak, and then I'm going into the Slayer here, and then I got some other ones other interesting ones lined up, like I said. And now, there's also audio commentaries on here. I think there's like 2 of them on here, if memory serves me correct. But let's take a look inside. It does have, this is the original artwork, which is what I like about it, is this one right here. But it does have this newly commissioned artwork that is absolutely stunning. It does do the film justice, in my opinion. It is a little. It adds a little to the ambiance, I feel. The only thing is it shows the creature on there, and the creature, unfortunately, which is this right here, is only in it for like 5-10 seconds, if that. I think it's less than 10 seconds. You see its clawed hands early in the film, and then you see it at the very, very, very end. It's cool looking. I wish they would have made a sequel to it, with more creature in it. But let's get on to the other things of this film before I get down to the nitty-gritty and tell you what it's about. I already told you the special features and showed you the discs and everything like that. It is a standard issue press DVD and Blu-ray, so keep that in mind. This one is on. This is the. I watched the not rated cut, which is 1 hour and 30 minutes. Like I said, this one has suffered lots of cuts throughout time. I really don't understand the cuts as far as like banning it. This is fully a rated R movie. It is barely a rated R in my opinion. The only thing that makes it that is there is some fun little gore gags in here that do push the boundaries a little bit. I will admit that. But other than that, it's nothing that's going to make you scream it should be banned, it should be, all the filmmakers should be like lynched and da 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 and things like that. It's definitely nothing like that. I think it's a bunch of overhype. A lot of those movies in the UK's Video Nasties list were a little overhyped in my opinion. Some stuff that I've watched most of them, but there's a few here and there that have eluded me, and then there's like one or two that I have no desire really to see at all. I Miss You, Hugs and Kisses is one of those. I just have no desire to see that. I hear it's awful. Now back to this one. Like I said, this one's at 1 hour and 30 minutes. This came out back in 1982, so 38 years ago. This stars Sarah Kendall, Frederick J. Flynn, Carroll, Kottenbrook, and Alan McRae. So it's about two couples essentially, and this is directed by none other than J.S. Cardone, which this is his very first film that he had ever directed. And then I forget who the other guy is. Came in and he was one of the. It was his first film. He was a writer / producer as well, along to assist J.S. Cardone throughout his a lovely ride of a film known as The Slayer. I got through all that. Now, what exactly is it about? It's about a group of these two couples. This group of couples. That are going away for a vacation to this secluded island, and essentially it's a brother and sister and their spouses, and the brother and sister have this like strange relationship because the sister is kind of weird. She has these strange dreams. She's a painter. They're both extremely successful. All of them are successful people because her brother is a successful director. There's at one point where he mentions that he's directed enough commercials to know that you need a kitsch, something to bring your people in, one of those kind of things. Even though I saw, you see some of her arts, like you see a drawing, and it is very good. I don't understand why it would push anybody away. And they were talking about it being super surreal. The drawing was not surreal at all. I don't get where I guess I wish they would have emphasized a little more on that. I think it would have been, in a good investment as far as back character for your story, because I was curious about her. I was more curious about her than anybody else in the film. I wanted to know more about the relationship between the brother and the sister and why he had this why he was so stern with her, because she had these dreams all throughout her childhood, and each and every one of them turned out bad. A perfect one, for example, they talked about it in the movie, is on Christmas Day. she was given she had a horrible dream, and her parents gave her a new cat, and then 2 days later the mom finds the cat dead. One of those kind of things, like, is she killing the cat? Is she killing these people, or is it actually really a different person altogether? It does have that kind of vibe going on to it, even though I do not I will straight out tell you that is not the case with this. They kind of present that just in the back of your mind kind of things. It doesn't really hold up for very long in the movie because at one point, yes, she is being victimized, but you think it's still all in her head for a little while because there's nothing going on. Our alleged stalker / killer makes no sound. Doesn't try to speak to the person when they clearly know who they know who they think. Well, they think who it is, and they almost know it's him. That's how positive they are. Which in fact they are absolutely wrong. It is so stupid on how they delivered that part of it, considering the character that allegedly plays the killer fully has dialogue early in the movie and would be like, "Hey, it's me. Please don't hurt me. I'm trying to help you guys. Something bad is going on." No, he doesn't do anything like that. He just, at one point, he reaches his hand in through a broken door that has been barricaded up by our main character, this Sarah Kendall, I believe it was her character. It was either her or Carroll Kottenbrook, but either way, the Kay is the character's name. Kay ends up stabbing this person in the hand with a very, very large knife. All he does is go, "Argh!" But to reach in like that, and you know that something's going on, why would you not call out and be like, "Hey guys, I know it's storming really bad. There's something going on out here. I warned you in the first place not to go here because it is deserted for a reason." One of those kind of ordeals. It does a lot of foreshadowing in that aspect, which I dig it. It sets itself a real dreary, cold ambiance, because when they show up at this island, it's 100% deserted. There is no soul there except for a fisherman and the pilot that brings them in, who is the person that they try to portray as the killer. I'm going to tell you, they try to make him look like the killer, and it's not. And I showed you the creature, so that right there should let you know that this is a creature feature set up as a slasher. Yep, I just spoiled it for anybody that has never ever seen this. They talk about some stuff like how it compares to Nightmare on Elm Street a little bit. I'm gonna have to say yes and no. The things that it does have is every time this woman has dreams, they end up becoming true, and this creature comes out of the dreams and kills these people. You do not realize it's a creature until the very, very end of the movie, granted that. But every time she has these dreams, it comes true, and these people die in horrific, horrific ways. So it does have that kind of element going, the dream slasher element. That's about all I'm going to say it really has, other than it's that's it. But what it is, like I said, it's a creature feature was set up like a slasher. These people are picked off one by one on this island until you're left with Kay, who is a has barricaded herself in and everything. Keeps telling herself, "Don't fall asleep, don't fall asleep." When she was drugged at one point, which it eventually ends up getting both her husband, her brother, and his spouse killed all in the process. So it's fun. Not a high body count in this one. There's only like 4 or 5, I believe, if memory serves me correct. Very slow burn. So don't go in here thinking it's going to be an all-out bloodbath with a name like The Slayer. It is definitely a slow, wicked slow burn. So, as far as ratings would go on a 1 through 5 scale for a technical side, I'm going to say this is probably a 3 out of 5. It borders that 4. It could almost be there. I think it needed just a little more a little better cinematography. It was nothing wrong with the work that the director of photography did on here. I think they could have been a little more. They used the scenery even more than what they were using because they decided to use the interiors of the house more than anything. I would have tried to use the scenery that they were filming on. This island was absolutely stunning to look at. I understand it's supposed to be a rainy, like super stormy place, so so I understand you can't film all of it outside, but you could have gave us a little more than what you did on that end. Now that's not why you come to watch this movie. You don't watch it for being a technical masterpiece because that's not what it is. It doesn't set out to be. Most of the movies I watch are not masterpieces in any way or any technical way whatsoever. But as entertainment, this thing is definitely a 4 out of 5. This is like a 7 out of 10 kind of movie. It could be more if it would have had more of the creature. It would have been. I would have pushed it to that 8 and possibly a 9 because it had some great gore going in here. There was one little gore gag that kind of made me shake my head where somebody gets their head stuck in a door. Yes, I said that right. Stuck in an elevator shaft door. It's kind of funny and wonky, and it doesn't look right. And how can somebody's neck get squished to that small and still work? Anyways, there was a very funny, a hilarious line in here where Kay goes, or it's either Kay or the brother's wife. I can't remember exactly who. One of the wives says, "Oh, it's almost completely surrounded by water," and the guy goes, "Most islands are." I almost died laughing. I'm like, all islands are surrounded by water, unless it's. Yeah, I mean, that's usually the case, lady. It made me laugh when she said that, and she delivered it with straight faced, and he delivered it straight faced, and they didn't even like play off of it like they could have done a good joke off of it. No, they went and kept it straight laced as can be. I think they missed opportunity on that. They could have added little bits of humor here and there to help break the suspense and build it back up, because sometimes that is needed to really change the pace of a movie, and this one it suffers from some pacing issues. It could have had a lot more going on for it. Alright, guys. I hope you guys have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm not exactly. I got the week lined up, but I'm not exactly sure which one I'm going to do for which day. Alright, love your faces. See you tomorrow.